Happy 15th anniversary, Ninjago! Woo! Yay! To celebrate this amazing milestone, I have spent days creating this longer video for you viewers, talking about all kinds of sets, unique minifigures, hidden lore, best scenes, and unique special prize at the end, and more. So watch until the end, please. Be sure to like, subscribe, and comment whatever you want Ninjago-related. That said, let's get into the video. Alright, so the first topic of discussion for today's video is this. How did I get into Ninjago? And to answer this question, I got into Ninjago after hearing about it from a friend at school, and so, after school, January 14th, 2011, I gave it a watch, fell in love, and even bought a sticker book from the pilots. I do not remember the exact cover, so that is why you do not see an image on your screen. I'd never seen a show greater. I was one of those old cartoon kids up until this point in time. I didn't have money for sets yet, so this is a good option for 8-year-old me, the sticker book. And from that point on, I was hooked all the way. This is the very first set I owned. This one right here. Yep, my mom bought this for my 9th birthday. Going into 2012, after having the trailers for Ninjago Rise of the Snakes, I was hooked once more. I remember I had a teacher who taught drama class when this was coming out, and he had been teaching us to analyze shows. Such as dialogue and animation, so I actually applied these skills when watching the season, and I gave it a deeper appreciation for the show. Like, it gave me a deeper, understanding of this, basically. I also thought the Green Ninja plot twist was amazing. It was great. I had access to no leaks at the time, so I have no idea that the fandom was like back then, or if they knew about the Green Ninja surprise, but my mind was blown. And the Great Devourer fight scene literally had me watching over and over again, I swear. The only Rise of the Snake set I own was this one, and it's probably long gone, sadly. Now, moving on to Legacy of the Green Ninja, I'm not gonna lie, even as 9-year-old me, I didn't like the filler episodes. Sure, they were fun and all, but I was mainly invested in the final battle. I really wanted to see Lloyd go up against his father. And given that Season 2 was going to end the series, I thought it would get rushed because of these filler episodes. And so the Overlord arc came out, and I thought this was a massive upgrade, especially when it tied up loose threads, like Zane's father and stuff like that. Not Zane. Sorry, misspoke. Lloyd facing his father and becoming the Golden Ninja legit made me cry and scream, and I will never forget these memories. I literally screamed. I literally cried. I shed those tears. I don't believe I own any sets from this time. But anyways, moving on to Rebooted, I was incredibly glad Ninjago was back. Cartoon Network aired this season, and man, I was invested in the new Zane interactions, such as the Pixel relationship, and the endings were so sad for 10-year-old me that I couldn't stand to watch it. And I listened to the music over and over again for some reason. Arguably one of the best scenes in the series, in my own opinion. Looking back at the J/Cole/Nia love triangle arc, it was very dragging. Yet 10-year-old me thought this was absolute cinema. And bringing back both Pythor and the Overlord was a major win for me because I like both those characters. I was very obsessed with the Android designs. Let's go with that. My mom did not like me being obsessed with that because I went a little bit overboard. One thing I will say is that 10-year-old me was obsessed with space, so seeing this the ninja go to space was an absolute dream come true for me. Let me know what you guys thought of Rebooted. Now, as for Season 4, the Tournament of Elements, I found this season to be the best season by far. As in, I couldn't get over it. I love the Nia subplot. I love the idea of a tournament. And I love the idea that Chen wanted to bring the Anaconda back because we didn't know much about them. I also love the expanded lore of the Serpentine War. And again, I love seeing my man Pythor back in the game. And seeing more dynamics like Lloyd and Skylar and Lloyd and Garmadon just really made me feel the lore alive again. The animation was improving, and so was the voice acting. I had to give the season a 10 out of 10, even if it had some flaws. I especially loved the Chen minifigure and the fight in the Corridor of Elders. I thought it was really great and to a really great arc. And I think that the Chen minifigure is not widely available anymore. Comment if I am wrong. But I do have some memories of having one, suggesting I had a Season 4 set. I don't remember which one it was, though. So, yeah. Season 5 was the GOAT, okay? It was the GOAT. I'm so serious. Like, if I thought season 4 was good, then man, I hadn't seen anything yet. Because season 5 is one of those life-changing seasons. It changed my life literally forever. Like Nia getting water powers, that is peak, okay. And Moro having wind powers and tragic backstory, that was insane. And I cannot forget about the unforgettable finale with the Preeminent and the fact that the ninja had to work together without their powers. That was absolute cinema. And the new locations were amazing to visit, such as the Cloud Kingdom. Younger me would have loved to see how much Ninjago has progressed since then. Because, man, we've had better seasons than this, that's for sure. Taking a break from going in seasonal order, I want to hear your thoughts on something, guys. What Ninjago says do you guys want own, if any? Sorry, long video. I'm speaking a little gibberish right now. Do you guys own any merch? Let me know, guys. Cause this is Ninjago Day, so anything counts. For me, I own the Sword Dragon of Motion, Dragon of Life, Rontu, Egalt, Rogue's Mech Dragon, and finally Lloyd's Jet Mech. I also own the 2 Shadow Spin comics, the first 2. Now let's get back into the video, but expect more questions like this throughout the video. Now jumping into Season 6, I think it was one of the lower rated seasons in my opinion. Not necessarily bad, but younger me thought that Nauticon was a bit creepy, not gonna lie. The whole J/Nia thing was mid... Oh, computer's gonna die. Sorry about that, guys. Was mid in terms of execution, and the whole J is adopted wish was just lazy writing. Now let's get into some highlights, such as the pirate crew's personalities in the beginning of Jaya. But still, a very rushed season in my own opinion. Yeah. Sorry. I've been talking forever. So it might not sound like I'm speaking normally. I don't know. I don't think they know how to conclude this arc in 10 episodes. So, yeah. Let me know what you guys think of Skybound. I do remember owning the Clancy and Nauticon minifigures, suggesting you had 1 or 2 sets. I'm not sure. Day of the Departed was the very first Cole-centered content we've had thus far. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like Day of the Departed, or I don't think I ever will, if I'm being honest. There's just so many problems with it. But a few good things that they brought my goats Pythor and Moro back, and they celebrate those who have died. I think that's a really great way to make this special. I feel like it's a great way to honor those like Garmadon and FSM, Kai and Nia's parents, even though they're not really dead yet. But we'll get into that. Still not my favorite piece of Ninjago content, but still, it deserved to be mentioned. Now, as for Season 7, I find the writing this season to be a little funny, if I'm being honest. I don't know if that's just me or not. The animation isn't as good as previous seasons. The voice movements, like in the mouth, were very off. This season, I feel like, was way too slow paced and wasn't really going anywhere half the time. Still, it did tie up loose threads, such as Kai and Nia's parents, and more loose threads on the Serpentine War, so I'm thankful for that. Now, not really sure why the ninja were so quick to give Lloyd that leadership position, but I bet it's for timing, because it was a season finale, episode 10. I remember owning the Achronix minifigure, and I really wish I kept that. I don't remember what happened to that. I don't remember a lot of things now that I think about it. And now we're going to take another short break to talk about questions Doc Wyatt has answered on Blue Sky today, January 14th, the 15th anniversary. For example, he confirmed Wu will return in Season 4, but not as we expect, as well as Lloyd having a cousin. I'm super confused in that second one, the Lloyd having the cousin, because who would the cousin's parents even be? Misako's sister? I'm like really lost on that. I'm at a loss for words. I don't even know. Now reviewing Sons of Garmadon after 3 terrible Ninjago installments. I went into the season with very, very low expectations, especially because of the redesigns. I did not like the redesigns, especially after the movie. But actually, after the first episode, I was intrigued. The animation was a solid 11 out of 10. The villains were intriguing, and Lloyd finally finding a love interest had me hooked. Of course, Rumi turned out to be a villain, and because I was focusing on leaks or anything like that, because I was not focusing on leaks or anything like that, this actually blew my mind away. The Garmadon versus Lloyd fight and the cliffhanger, plus Mr. E being an android, made the season extremely enjoyable for me. Oops, spelling error right there. I'm not sure, and I'm sure for many people as well. Should I redo this, guys? I'm not sure. I'm stuttering a lot. It's probably because I'm sick, but still, I don't feel like recording this over and over again, so I'm just gonna roll with it, roll with the errors. Who cares? By the time this came out, I was a teenager living with my mom in a nice apartment. So I remember Kilo having the Kilo minifigure, Mr. E minifigure, Harumi minifigure, Lloyd minifigure, and Garmadon minifigure, suggesting I bought a lot of these sets. My memories aren't too good with this type of stuff, but safe to say I really did enjoy the season and couldn't stop watching it on repeat. Now let's move on to Hunted. Garmadon ruling over Ninjago was an extremely amazing mix-up from the usual chaos of each season, while the ninja learning new lore in the realm of Oni and Dragon was fantastic. And seeing Wu grow up alongside the ninja rediscover everything gradually really made the season pop for me. The finale was absolutely epic. The way Harumi died was intense, and I just felt like Ninjago had officially reached its peak in forever. One downside I have to all this is that with the build-up of the Oni and Dragon in Season 9, only getting 4 episodes to unleash chaos in Season 10 really made me enjoy Season 9 a little bit less. But it's still very fun to watch, I will say. Moving on to Season 10, I will admit I've had the Oni minifigures before. I honestly do not know why I kept losing all the minifigures back then. Present me, would love those minifigures. I really like this season, and I think it's so satisfying to the conclusion of the Masters of Jujutsu arc, while also being only 4 episodes long. I just wish we could have had more Oni time, but if Dragon's Rising plays its cards right, hopefully this can change. Let me know what you guys think of the Oni. I will be discussing only seasons 1 through 10 of today's video, just because this alone has taken me an entire week to film/edit. But season 11 all the way until Dragon's Rising should be out soon, featuring new anniversary discussions. It will also feature my favorite memories in this fandom, some amazing YouTubers you guys should check out, and more. And yes, I did say that this would have a special treat at the end. So here it is. I have redone the Weekend Whip in a terrible singing voice. So if you guys would like me to humiliate myself for the 15th anniversary, comment that you guys would like to see it or not. I don't know. Depends on you guys. And I'll upload it to YouTube depending on what the comments say. A live stream is potentially on the way, so stay tuned for that. Stay awesome, Ninjago fans. Ninjago is 15 years old, and I cannot believe we have made it this far. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment everything Ninjago. See you guys in the next video. Sorry for the editing interruptions. I do not feel like re-recording this because I am sick and do not like work. Okay, bye Ninjago fans. See you later. Peace.